Welcome back to Enter the Gungeon. Today I'm going to be playing as the pilot. We played him during the tutorial, but we didn't get to see any of his gear in action because all of your gear is taken away from you when you start the tutorial. We also have an NPC that we unlocked on the previous run, and two as a matter of fact, and they reside in here. Greetings. Thank you for the assistance. The acquisitions department is once again operational. Hey, thanks for getting us out of that cell. This is the Gungeon acquisitions department. You can donate hegemony credits, and we'll order new guns and items for the collection. It can be hard to come by here in the Gungeon, but since the Hmon took over, that's all anyone on the outside uses. Collection? Yeah, the Gungeon is like a reliquary or some kind of museum, only for guns. So we are collecting all the best ones and then throwing them downstairs. Luckily, the Hmon has to put rebels down pretty regularly, so we've got a constant supply of new equipment. They'll sell us anything. Once they're ordered, you can find the new stuff down in the chambers. So order whatever you want. If you've ordered everything we have listed, just come back later. That's it. Alright. Now, I have a smattering of hegemony credits. So, I might actually be able to buy the majority of what they have available. Heart bottle? That'll be another type of heart container, and that will increase your maximum health and heal you by 1. All of the heart containers work much the same way, and they just have a little bit of a different flavor to them. Gamma ray, maybe. Hegemony carbine. Rocket-powered bullets. Thompson submachine gun. Now I like the Thompson submachine gun, so I'm going to pick that up. And then with 8, I think I take hegemony carbine and RPG, and that brings us down to 0. But at least that'll unlock some new items. Unlocking those means that they will drop during our runs. Alright, I will go over the equipment just one more time. I'll just go to the screen and let you read on your own. It'll tell you whenever something's unlocked the first time you open the Ammonomicon afterwards. Rogue Special. The lockpick, again, that'll be that 50% chance to unlock something, and it breaks the lock if you happen to fail. Disarming personality, that'll be the discount at shops. And the hidden compartment increases active item capacity, meaning now I can hold 2, and maximum ammo counts, how many rounds you get in, or excuse me, how many total capacity you have in each gun. Let's go in. Alright, so I want to talk to you about channel direction. I still don't have the Stardew Valley series started, and I want to apologize for that because I very much wanted that to be a launch title initially for the channel. And I'm okay with that. We will get there, and I want it to be a very good thing. I plan to at least attempt one more time this evening to get started on that recording, and we'll see where we go from there. Now this character, unlike the Hunter and the Convict, does not have a secondary weapon to start, so it's just the Rogue Special and a few tricks up his sleeve. That was a little bit bad damage, but it was admittedly a good shot on their part. Do some rolling, some dodging. Standard Gungeon fare. I believe there's one more up there, yeah. 2 maybe? Well, I'm underwhelmed to say the least with this particular starting pistol, but we'll make it work. We will. Alright, there's the chandelier down. few more standard bullet guys. That ghost behind me, I'll just move away from him. Oh, it's worse than the pea shooter, I would say. I will say it does appear to have 8 rounds in it, which is a pretty decent capacity. Second only to the Marine. Its accuracy seems decidedly low. Of course, that could in part be my accuracy, which is decidedly low. Maybe? I'll come back for it. Blue, I looked into it, it appears blue is the second tier of chest. If we find a chest that's a little higher rated, I think I might go with that. And I also might try to go to the secret area, because I would very much like to beat the boss in the first secret area. You get an unlock that is quite potent. I think this run I'll just do as a standard run, but I would invite comments as to whether you would like me to specifically focus on going to the secret area or getting as far as I can in standard runs. I have a decent feeling about this run, mainly because I'm very much planning on getting a good gun at some point. Best laid plans of mice and men and all. We'll have to see. Oh, rubber bullet. That's almost camouflaged with the floor below. Yeah, the capacity to very easily miss that very large guy from a relatively short distance doesn't make me feel very good about the accuracy of this particular weapon. I don't know, this character doesn't carry the same level of epic feel that some of the other characters do. But maybe that's just personal preference. I do not plan to rotate the characters through constantly. I'll likely do a number of runs as the Hunter going forward, and then maybe a couple as the Marine, and on rare occasions come back to the Pilot and the Convict. I think the game has enough diversity in weapon types, etc., to keep people interested without the character classes being of particular concern. And I think you would prefer me to be more successful with a character I know pretty well and get farther, rather than take one I'm not as good at and die early. The half-heart does help. I imagine each bullet does about the same amount as the Hunter's pistol, but it feels like it doesn't have quite as much impact. An all bullet room. I could just dodge, but sometimes it's good to take them out so you don't even have the chance of getting hit. Let's see. I like this gun, and I think I will pick it up. Yeah, we'll pick it up. And I'll pick up a second key just so I don't have to feel bad about going to pick up that blue chest. Now this is an interesting guy. This guy will buy any of your items, active, passive, or your guns, and give you a number of casings. And you can sell them anything you have except for your starting pistol, and that'll unlock the ability to buy other items that you might actually want. Unlock makes it seem like it's some arcane contrivance and not simply an exchange of funds. But more bullets. Well, I'll come back after I fight the boss. If I get at least one more key, what I'll do is I'll go to the secret area and I will unlock the blue chest. Okay, so a shrine to a prideful bullet angel, now fallen. I can give up one of my maximum HP in order to become stronger. I don't want to do that, so I will go ahead and walk away swiftly. Alright, now we get to test out this Tshirt Cannon. This is a fairly effective weapon, but what I like most is the aesthetic. You'll see here in a minute. I do believe I skipped this I did not skip this animation when I first encountered the Gatling Gull, but I'll let it run again. Hope he had some BO for that. I mean, some DO for that BO. I'm the Golanator. Alright, where did you go? You can generally track them by the shadow. I just wasn't paying enough attention. Cool, just walk right into that rocket. That's fine. At least I have a little less stress about perfecting him. Yeah, you shoot T-shirts and then apparently in his case they bounce right off of them. But some creatures will carry it around with them. It's kind of entertaining. Certainly better than the starting pistol, so I won't grouse too loudly. Wow, I need to stay away from this guy and make some better choices. I'll go ahead and burn my last blank. Not sure that was the right choice. Reload while he's coming down. Just watch for the red spots and finish the fight. Got him. Alright. That could have gone much better, but it could have gone much worse. Glacier. This gun is very good for killing bosses because it slows them down. And anytime you can lower their damage output, you're in a pretty good spot. I did not manage to get another key. And I'm not doing particularly well with this character, so I will go ahead and take the slightly safer route of taking the two chests in lieu of going to the secret area. Colt 1851. I will go into the descriptions once I open this next chest. Take a look at the Glacier and the Colt 1851 and the as yet undisclosed loot I am about to acquire. It's not breathing, that's a good thing. So this is a poison vial. I believe it works much like the Molotov in that you throw it, it will land on the ground, and then any creatures that walk through it will get poisoned.
as opposed to set on fire, of course. What I ought have done with the pilot, especially, is use the lockpick on a brown chest, because then you have a chance of getting loot, but you aren't wasting keys on it. That was a mistake. I don't play the pilot very often. The Gungeon proper. They're neat touches, but I do like the level names. That's the Colt for you. I will go into the Ammonomicon after this room. So we have the Glacier. Projectiles shatter and freeze enemies. Very effective. It's a good room cleaner too, but only if you have a better boss weapon, because I think it's quite good against bosses. The Colt 1851, an ancient example of fine guncraft. The Colt 1851 has been the gun of choice for many a nameless gunslinger. Skilled wielders have been known to quickly fire multiple shots, though the technique has been mostly lost to time. Poison vial for external use only. Yes, I believe so. Creates a pool of poisonous goop. Stolen from the witch's storehouse, this jar contains essence of poisbulon, toxic to the gundead and gungeoneer alike. And we're able to hold 2 active items again because of that hidden compartment. I'll use the Colt for rooms just because I don't think it'll be a particularly good boss clearer. Basically just an upgraded pistol. Much better than the starting pistol though. Be nice to actually aim it well though. There we go. Switch my active item to the poison vial. You can do that with left shift if you're playing on keyboard and mouse. The lockpick's very situational, so it's best to keep your poison vial on the main. Now that guy is a Tazy. They are an upgrade of the rubber bullets, and if they hit you, they can damage you, whereas the rubber bullets just push you around. They're similarly colored as well, so they can be a little deceptive. You can definitely tell when they're firing, though, because the Tazys get energized and change color. This game has a very nice flavor to it, and enough challenge to keep you interested as you're clearing rooms that you may have seen dozens of times before. Don't really want the green book to fire, but if he has to, an N will do just fine. Alright, this will be probably the big guy. Oh no. I was thinking there would be a lead maiden in this room. Oftentimes with the bigger rooms, they'll throw at least one of the big enemies at you. I'm somewhat expecting a gun nut on maybe the 3rd wave. I am trying to an extent, memorize the rooms so I know what to expect. Alright, I was mistaken. We'll just move on. Is it boss time? So the thinking here is I have 2 full hearts and 4 blanks. So there's a reasonable chance of perfecting the boss unless you've seen any of my previous videos. So I'll give a crack at it while I'm here. Alright. I'll let the intro sequence play. This is the Gungeon. accursed gun witch, the Gore Gun. These are the unfortunate bulletkin that she has turned to stone. Oops, I needed to blank there because otherwise I was going to take damage. I don't like to... See, this is another great thing about the Glacier. It destroys her bullets. Very good use of this particular gun. I blew through a little more ammo than I needed to there, but that particular attack can turn you to stone. So you can either roll over it, or you can turn away from it. This is doing very good work on this boss. Otherwise, the dodging can be very tricky. That one you just roll over twice. Awesome. That would be the first boss perfect that you have any proof that I have done. So, we got the iron coin unlocked, so that'll drop in future runs for perfecting the second chamber. Also, we picked up this neat little item. Master Round, second chamber. You'll notice it increased my maximum health capacity by 1 and healed me for 1, just as the heart containers do. The potent artifact indicates mastery of the second chamber. Any who enter the Gungeon are doomed to remain, living countless lives in an effort to break the cycle. And the trash cannon. We've seen this one before. I'm not immune to poison. You probably won't see it this run unless I get a poison immunity buff. I'm very low on Colt ammo, so I'll switch to my Tshirt Cannon for a room clearer and hope to get an ammo drop or 2. The Tshirt Cannon may actually be the better choice. When there are pits around, the Tshirt Cannon's large knockback is a very nice benefit. I'm going around to clear the floor, largely because I'm hoping another key will drop and I'll be able to open another chest. I could, of course, go right on to the... I had a feeling that would happen. Should have used a blank earlier. Another thing, each time you go to a new floor, you get 2 blanks back. So if you only have 2 or fewer blanks, it's perfectly fine to use them while you're clearing the floor after you've defeated the boss. Oh, so those panels, as you can tell, open and become pits if you stand on them for too long. Best either to roll over them or to move very quickly past them. Just didn't see them while I was focusing on the enemies. Okay, that's fine. Should have gotten hit there. Got a little lucky. Alright, focus. Just shoot into the ether, because it's not like you're running out of ammo or anything. Alright, Glacier. Yeah, I do think we have enough other ammo to get through the room clearing on the next floor, and the Glacier really is good against bosses. Here I'm going to try the lockpick. I'm going to go ahead and use it with spacebar. Now I didn't get the chest. As you can see, the big X on it means that I also cannot use a key to open it, so I'll just blow it up. Now that one just exploded, but sometimes they'll drop junk. I believe that's the most common outcome. Sometimes they'll drop a half heart or armor, or even, if you're incredibly lucky, they'll drop a gun anyway, or an active or passive item. I think I may have said passum, but I definitely meant passive, and that's alright. just wanted to shoot all those pots, apparently. Would have much rather them been enemies. A little low on ammo, so let's go ahead and roll over those guys. That door is locked from the other side, so we're going to have to go up here and come around. The lockpick, as you can see, that white bar to the right of it indicates how charged it is. So now it's fully charged, and I can use it on another chest if needs be. Wow. Okay. There we go. Let's see what Shopman has. Heavy bullets. I think it makes them bigger, slower, and they do more damage. Not a bad trade-off. I will grab a key for the other chest we're going to encounter. And ammo for the Tshirt Cannon. And then maybe I'll come back and get the heavy bullets. But I think having something to shoot is better than having an upgraded something to shoot for a little while. Go ahead and run this gun out of ammo. And we'll come see what this chest is. I'll be a little upset if it's a brown one, but green, that's better. Shoot it once just to make sure it's not a mimic. It's also not breathing, so I knew, but it's still good to check. This is a double-edged sword, but it is a very powerful double-edged sword. Alien engine, the engine of a crashed starship that has been converted into an energy weapon. It is very low range. It fires incredibly quickly, has a lot of ammo, but it also knocks you back when you shoot. So if you happen to be standing at the edge of a pit and firing it away from the pit, you will find yourself in said pit. If you can control a boss's bullets with some effect, the engine is very good. And if I happen to have heavy boots, which eliminate knockback, you can just stand there and deliver without being knocked back by the weapon. It's quite effective use of it. I'll try it on the next boss. Don't know how well it'll go. Level 3. Tshirt Cannon for room clearing. Don't know if level 3 can benefit from a Tshirt Cannon. Its damage is a little lower than I would like. But it seems to be doing the job we need it to do in this room. Ooh, a cell key. That means there's an NPC on this level. I would like to very much focus and at least get that cell opened. That's one way of making sure we make permanent progress. Ah. I don't know why this one's giving me so much trouble. The veteran that I just killed, they lead their shots based on how you're moving, and they can be a bit tricky, even though they only shoot a single shot at a time. Sometimes I find that it's the swarm enemies or the smaller enemies that present more of a problem With a big enemy, you know you need to get behind cover and stay there. But with several smaller enemies, you're avoiding damage from a variety of different sources. I think you're more likely to take damage during those times. Bosses notwithstanding, of course. Alright, there's an extra half heart for us. Keeps us in a decent place health-wise. Would I like to make a profit on health? Absolutely. But health in this game is kind of a consumable. As long as you have any, you're fine. I'm gonna go ahead and move around this wall. Bring him back up, maybe? Ah, there we go. Slow but effective. Maybe a little cheesy. I don't like to cheese to win, but at this point I'll take it. And it was unintentional cheese. Alright, I like the room designs on the map. Oftentimes you'll see images appear when you look at the map. For example, this smiley face. Oh, thought I was on the rails. That's alright. I've gone off the rails several times. Giant Mushroom Man. Stay away, dodge. I might have gotten him. I'm not certain. No. Gotta use a blank. Don't like to use blanks unless I'm fighting a boss. 'Cause that can be the difference between getting an extra heart container or not. Empty. That is one of the most disheartening things you can see in this game. Let's not use the rogue special. 3 rounds? Did not make them count. Let's see. Trash cannon? I guess. I really don't want to use my boss clearing weapon to clear rooms. But I'll do it if I have to. Okay, that was enough, I suppose. Let's see if I had alien engine. I'll use the engine as a room clearer instead of a boss killer. With 1.5 hearts, I really don't want to be close enough to do damage with this. Fantastic. GG, probably. Alright. Okay. No, I need range. I'll take the extra time necessary, but I need to get away from these guys. These are just blobulants that spread poison, no big deal. Ugh, almost walked right into that pit. That doubled our health, I'll take it. 0.5 to 1 is less heartening than 1 to 2, but it's something. Ah. I believe those guys lead their shots as well. Oh, please. Nope. Don't. Not like this. Ah. Apparently not like that. Not yet, anyway. Aw. Alright. Thank you for joining me. This will be the last of the ones where I just cycle through the characters. I'm going to do probably at least 3 runs as the hunter coming forward. And look forward to some Stardew Valley content. I know I said I'd be getting that to you shortly, and I may look into that tonight. Thank you. Have a great night.